Hi, I'm Trevor McMahon, and I live in Los Angeles, and I do multiple things. I'm an editor, and I do music on the side. But my band Yahaha just dropped the single called "Collapsing."
It's sick.
Then
Everyone should check it out. Um, I think you need to go a little bit more into depth in all the things you do. So
just
help.
just little samplers of all of those tiny things, and that's all you get. Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll be since we're gonna talk about music, I'll just dip into the I editing is like a thing that I do for work. And when I moved to LA, I was like, I'm gonna be a writer and an editor, and one of those things happened, and now I don't write anymore for some reason. Besides songs, sometimes. But yeah, I work in trailer finishing, so we do like final edit conforms for movie trailers and stuff. But and then for music, I released an EP in spring 2018 of original stuff. And that kind of came about because I took a class in my last semester of university on digital production. And I was like, oh, wow, this is actually really fun. And I didn't know I didn't know anything about it before. And then I was like, wait, maybe I can do this. And then did, and then released it. I was like, here you go. And then people were like, oh, this is actually of substance. And I was like, that is cool. I like it. Glad you like it too. So in terms of promo, my favorite is just the here method, where it's just you just drop it, and if anyone cares, then that's their problem. So that's how I wish all art was marketed.
Yeah, that's like the most casual approach to art making, and I wish I adhered. Well, that's kind of what I do, I guess. I'm just like, here, take all the garbage, and if you like it, that's great. Um,
I feel like you've definitely got like a good like fluid relationship with with dropping things. You're just like, here it is. I made it. I like it. Do you like it? It's too late. I made another thing.
the golden retriever approach to art making.
Yeah.
So tell me about your new band.
Yeah. So the whole thing, uh first of all, the word band is so strange to me that we use it, but we are like actively using it. But it's like I feel like electronic pop trio just has a different ring to it. It's not as concise, but that feels like a more accurate description. But basically, it's my friends Cam and Johnny, who I went to school with. And after graduation, we all went different places, and then I moved to LA, and they ended up being roommates in Toronto, partially with the intent of making music together. And then I visited them in August, and then again in February, just before the in the before times, right? I was just like, I traveled in February.
Whoa.
Wow. Yeah. It didn't really strike me until just like currently this second that like there was a possibility of contracting the virus that shall not be named. While traveling, literally then, but that's okay. But yeah, so I visited them with the intent of like kind of hanging out, kind of making music, just kind of feeling it out. I hadn't seen them in like 2 years prior. Um, and it was actually really fun. And we just like hung out and played video games and walked around and went and got beers and just vibed. And then they had like a studio corner set up in their living room. And so one person would generally be working on like a beat of some sort. And then and then once there was like a solid bass there, I was like, I think I got something. And then would like bring my little notes app on my phone and sing into a microphone and then go from there. So that's basically what the process was. And then we have been like just fine tuning it for like months and months over quarantine and taking it slow. And then all of a sudden now it's finally done and we're actually releasing it.
That must be insane feeling.
Yeah, no, it's always so strange when there's such a time difference. Like one of my friends that visited me in October of last year was like, the song is so good. And I was like, thanks. And they reminded me that I had shown it to them last October in an early version. And I was like, oh no, that's right. This was like close. This was almost what it is now, but yeah.
That's amazing. I think that's great. I think things need to marinate for anyone to feel comfortable with their work. So I don't know, that's admirable to me. I have no attention span, so.
Totally. I feel like I have no attention span in the creative process, like in like the first stages, but like I do kind of like the tinkering on something, but like once it gets too stale, then I lose all attention to it at all, and then need to like force myself to get back into it, and then maybe and I find another thing over here about the process that is interesting to me now, and then I'm just like, oh, okay, I guess I'm interested in this again. So,
seems
um,
to seems to fit with the editor nature. So I
yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
Do you want to, maybe you don't want to reveal the secret, but like, what's the meaning behind the name of the band?
Ooh, yeah. I was thinking about revealing that, but I just didn't explain it yet. But basically, we were at the time that I visited, I was making my way through Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. um, did it just click?
You should explain it for everyone
Yeah.
else.
Yeah. So, and that actually like has multiple impacts here, but there's these little creatures that you can find as kind of a collectible, and they're called Koroks, and they just like pop up and they go Yahaha! And then it's like the text box comes up and it says Yahaha, you found me. um,
Oh my god.
so we were just agonizing over band names for like months, and then like I think Cam suggested Yahaha, and I was like, that's it, that's the name, there it is. Will we get sued? Hopefully not. Okay, let's go.
I know some lawyers. I think you'll be okay.
Yeah. You're very close to lawyers, you know these things. I trust your lawyer proximate opinion. um
So do you
but
want to, so you've hinted a little bit at what the music is like. Do you want to talk about your first single and how, like, the band's for the electronic pop trio?
you can call it band, that's fine. Yeah, that's allowed. Yeah, but the first single is called Collapsing, and it's part of the August 2019 crop. We did that when I visited the first time, and it was the first thing that Cam made the beat for and I sang on. So it was like completely new to the process. So it's bonkers that it turned out so good in my opinion. It's just humble brag, but yeah, the where do you even start? So it's kind of got like a synth pop feel. I would be interested to hear like what words you would use to describe like the sound of it with, because like I'm so close to it that I don't even know anymore. But like,
It's like a little moody, and I feel like it is
mm,
very good for the times, which is why it's kind of shocking for me to hear that it was like pre-coronavirus, like.
yeah,
Not to
right,
say it's sad boy music, because it's not. I do listen mostly to sad
kind
boy
of.
music, so.
Yeah,
But
and I do too, and that definitely seeped into this song a lot. I mean, Phoebe Bridgers was my top artist on Spotify for this year, so that tells you a little something about the inside of my mind. Um, but yeah, so the song, when we were pitching the song for playlists on Spotify, we had to write up a little blurb, and we were like, what happened last August? And it was like, that's right, California was on fire. That was a thing that was happening. What else? That was, I think, the big one, but it was also like just regular Trump era, like, oh no, fascism is happening, kind
so,
of shit.
so
Just,
unfortunately, that's the note we have to leave off on because we're out of time.
oh
But
my gosh.
thank you for being here, and everyone needs to go listen to Collapsing. It's my favorite song of the winter.
Hell yeah. All right. Wow, that was 10 minutes. Oh my God.